Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Electrical. So in today's class what we will do our electrical machines part, and I have taken some questions on electrical transformer. Now before going into the details of our today's class, you all know that we are running one SSC JEE online course, and in that SSC JEE online course we are basically providing you with concept based classes for technical, for non-technical. We have also provided test series, practice papers are also included, and you can get the class recordings free of cost for lifetime, and notes are also we are providing. So if you want to have any questions and if you want to join our session, you can directly call us at in this number, and we will guide you through the admission process and everything. Now coming to today's class, uh, the first question that I have taken regarding this topic here is, in a transformer the open circuit and the short circuit tests are conducted on. Basically this question is a meaningless question. How it is a meaningless, I'll just say one thing. If we have the capacity, okay, if we have the capacity to perform all the operations, that is open circuit test or short circuit test, we just require the designed or the specified ratings of the instruments. If we had the instruments, we can done on both the sides, HV and LV, both the sides we can do the open circuit as well as the short circuit test. But due to the limitations of the instruments whatever we are having, we cannot do that. Basically in case of when we talk about the LV side, by providing a small amount of voltage in the HV side, in the LV side the maximum current will flow. So performing the or short circuiting the LV side is the greatest way. So LV side, for short circuit test LV side is basically shorted, and for open circuit test the high voltage side is basically open circuiting. Okay, so this is the correct option. But as I have said, that if I have the apparatus such that for high voltage operations we can have the voltage measurement, high voltage, your voltmeters and other instruments, we can basically use on both the sides. The open circuit test can be done on both sides. Similarly the short circuit test can also be done. Okay, so that is the first point. Next is the essential conditions upon which two transformers are connected in parallel is, the first and foremost parameter is that it is the polarity. The polarity means the dot connections. The dot connections has to be keep in mind before connecting two transformers in parallel, right? Suppose this is one transformer and this is one transformer. Suppose we are connecting two dots. Suppose we are connecting two dots in this way. If we connect these two, then it will add itself. Okay, but if we connect in the opposite direction, suppose this point is connected to this one and this connection I have taken outside, in that case what will happen is there will be a circulating current in the primary itself, which is not required, which we do not intend to have. So that is the main reason why we need polarity as the most important function. Now coming to next question. The transformer core laminations are basically made up of your silicon steel. Silicon steel is the material that is used for transformer core laminations. None of these options are correct, so none of these will be the correct option. Transformer action requires alternating magnetic flux. Okay, so voltage induction, induce of voltage from one coil to another coil, can be done in three ways. One is called as a can be done in two ways. One is called as a dynamically induced EMF. Dynamically induced EMF. Another one we have that is called as the statically induced EMF. Statically induced EMF. Right. Now in dynamically induced EMF, we observe that in DC generator and as well as in alternators as well. But the statically induced EMF is observed in your transformer, where the alternating magnetic flux in one coil produces or induces the voltage in the other coil. Okay, so that is the main point. Now coming to next question. In an oil field transformer, the oil is provided from. Oil has dual purpose, that is, one is an insulation as well as the cooling purpose. Okay, so both A and B will be the correct option. Now basically the material that is used to make the transformer oil, we call it as a mineral oil. Okay, so you have to keep in mind mineral oil is the oil that is used for transformer oil. This question is very much asked. What is the type of the oil that we basically used in transformer? Now coming to next question, the transformer cores are laminated to reduce. Laminations means, what is lamination? Lamination means, suppose this is one sheet and another sheet is stacked just after it, another sheet is stacked just after it. Okay, so lamination means we are basically providing a layer of something else above each and every sheet, so that there is an insulation between the sheets. Okay, so what does this stop? This basically stop, we know that uh, in the coil itself, suppose this is the sheet. In the sheet itself there is circulating currents that are created. These are basically called as eddy currents. Okay, so to avoid the circulating currents or to reduce the circulating currents, we basically provide this with the your insulation or lamination. Lamination is basically separation between the side by side connected your core sheets. Okay, now CRGO or grain oriented cold drawn grain oriented laminations in transformers are basically used to minimize the hysteresis loss. Now the grain orientation means, suppose this is one transformer limb I am taking into account, right? So the grain orientation basically indicates here the grains of this sheet steel, whatever I have connected, will be the same as the sheet that are connected in this direction, so that the flux that is going through this path will have the minimum amount of reluctance. Okay, now this laminations or this grain oriented laminations ultimately helps in reducing the hysteresis loss. Okay, zero voltage regulation of a transformer occurs at basically leading power factor. Only in the case of leading power factor we can observe zero voltage regulation. Transformer maximum efficiency for a constant load current occurs at unity power factor. At unity power factor, we will be having the maximum efficiency, right? In a core type transformer, the limbs are stepped so as to reduce the conductor material. Okay, the stepping of the core means, suppose this is one core is there, no, and another core is just mounted like this. Just mounted like this, another core is just mounted like this. Okay, so why it is done? It is done so that the gap or the gap that will be there between the coil and the limb, or the coil and the limb can be reduced, such that the vacancy, here you can see the vacancy is reduced to a certain extent. Is if suppose we are using a single core, in that case if we wound a coil above it, then there will be a lot of free space. This free space is a great amount. So to reduce this free space or to reduce this vacant space, we basically use the stepped core. So to reduce the copper loss, that is the conductor material required, we basically use the stepped core. Now the last question for today is, so we have taken the last question as well. Okay, so thank you everyone for staying up to this point. If you have any questions, you can directly call us in this number. Okay, the number is given here, 8335067725, and you can directly mail us in this email ID, electricaleasy@gmail.com. So thank you everyone. Hope you have a nice day.